Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the most mediocre podcast in the Star Wars universe, the 1313 podcast. Welcome back to all you Regs and to all you Shinies. This is the podcast. And I'm Tommy.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Jacob.
We do
Hey,
not...
everybody. I had a really tight schedule this week because that's what college is doing to us. But that's okay. This might be a future occurrence. But I'll be here in spirit this week.
Bro, why are you looking at me like that, bro? Like, I have this whole thing played out, and now you're looking at me like I'm an idiot.
So we are Jacob-less today.
Unfortunately. We miss
Because
you.
Jacob decided to go on a wild goose chase this morning. Literally. He's goose hunting.
Yeah. I mean, the unfortunate circumstances is that our schedules are unfortunately tight because of school, but that's okay. You know, this might happen rarely, to be completely honest, but
I'm also, tight schedules. I'm in my work clothes right now. Looking dapper.
looking dapper.
Looking dapper.
Ready
looking...
to explicit word of job that you have because I'm not going to say it.
So for my job, I beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop.
All right.
So, yeah. Okay, so we have some housekeeping before we get
Yes.
into today's podcast.
Yes.
So first and foremost, I don't know if you knew, but we've been doing a giveaway
Yes.
for our 100 subscriber milestone. We have since reached our 150 subscriber milestone as well, which is
insane. And
Insane.
I checked this morning and we had 158. So by the time we're shooting this, we're at that. So like,
dude.
my mind was like, because 2 days ago we were like, oh, we hit 155. Like, that's so cool. And then I woke up and I was like, 158?
You what? So so we have our giveaway was for the Target exclusive wave that came out in like May or June this year of the Clone Wars figures with the Clone Wars packaging from like 2008. It was Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yep.
And we have our winner. This took me such a long time for absolutely no reason. First I had to find a website that did like a wheel.
Yep.
Cause that's what I want to do. I just wanted to spin the wheel and pick a person. But then I had to go through all the comments on YouTube, and I went through every video that we've posted since we announced the giveaway. So every unique person who commented on YouTube, every Instagram comment, and every Twitter comment. Now the thing was, I had to sift through if the same person commented on multiple posts.
Yeah.
I can't give them multiple entries for the same platform.
If you did it through Word, you could easily just search it to see if it popped up before in a doc.
Yes. So, here's the thing is we had 71 entries,
Yes.
which is awesome. So thank you to everyone who entered the giveaway, and thank you all for your support.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. And so the winner of our 100 subscriber giveaway is Toxicrease via Instagram.
Woo!
So Toxicrease,
Congrats.
if you see this, we will be contacting you.
Yes.
But if you see this and we haven't contacted you for whatever reason, feel free to shoot us a DM, and we will get the shipping info down to get those figures to you. So congratulations on the big win.
Congrats.
And again, thank you everybody for supporting us. And it's only been a few months. We started this podcast at the end of June, beginning of July.
Yes.
And it's September now. And we are like, we have this huge audience. And
I
I'm just
know.
like, it blows me away. So again, thank you everyone. And here's to the next 100 subscribers. Our next
For
big
sure.
milestone is what? 250?
I
that's
would
what
just
we're
say
shooting for.
200 in general. I mean,
200.
like every 100 mark, I feel like would be such an achievement to even hit.
I just don't know if I can find figures for a giveaway to meet the caliber of this giveaway.
Yeah, we were really lucky to get those, but we'll work something out in the future.
Right. In other news,
If you're Stevie Wonder or an audio listener and you can't see us right now, then you'll notice that there's something different.
we have bing bing bing
A new sign.
a new logo.
Woo!
Thank you to my father for making this logo. My dad is an amazing craftsman. It just looks so real.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I really like it, to be honest. It looks very, very well done. There's a lot of weathering on it, too. The only issue, we literally just put it up right now. So as soon as we put it up, I was like, well, it's kind of blocking the lightsabers in the collection. So it's like, what we're really going to have to do is we're just going to have to figure out another way to organize. But that's honestly the biggest thing. When you have a collection this big, you are constantly reorganizing it. Like, the amount of times
And moving things.
this has changed since we started it is absurd, in my opinion. We went from one shelf on the top right there to then all of this, and now we have bottom shelves, and we got all sorts of other things. But you'll be able to see that because right after this episode, I'm shooting the collection.
Yes, we are actually finally recording.
Yes,
the
because we have
collection
very busy
special.
schedules, and I'm gone for training next week, so we need to get it.
Which that leads me into our last thing for housekeeping.
Yes.
So this Saturday, when we would normally record, our schedules are very tight.
Yes.
Especially with school. So I think we've probably said that like 8 times now. So
It is what it is.
we are not going to be able to record a new episode this coming week. For like our weekly Monday upload.
Mhm.
In lieu of that,
Yes.
we have earlier in the summer, back when like we first started the podcast, we
Yeah.
recorded a burner episode because we knew down the line we were
Yeah.
gonna have to.
We knew this weekend specifically was going to happen because Jacob and I are gone for training with the Army for a weekend, so it's inconvenient, but it is what it is.
So get ready. You're gonna see. Tommy will not have the beard for this next week's episode.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I will not have a beard, and Jacob will have long hair again.
I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the episode we're all like, if you're seeing this, it's because we're not here.
Yeah.
But it's a really good episode, and I'm honestly really excited for people to see it though.
Yeah.
Just because we like when we finished it, we were like, that was really nice.
That was a really good episode. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think you'll all enjoy it. But again, it's such a bad week to not have an episode because Visions comes out
I know.
this Wednesday, and come to find out, all episodes of Visions drop on Wednesday.
I was wrong, and I'll admit that.
No, I was wrong. You were the one who said they come out all at once last
No,
week, and I was like,
because
no, they
then
don't.
I thought they didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was wrong about that.
I
We
led Jackson
apologize.
astray.
Sorry, we're trying to be very accurate Star Wars news right here. But yeah, so Visions comes out next week, so we're gonna binge it. Not even gonna say.
We're gonna have
anything
to.
else.
So we're going to be posting a separate like
Yes.
special. It will not be a YouTube exclusive. We thought about doing that. Because that's what we do with most of our specials. We make
Yep.
them YouTube exclusives. But we don't want to leave our audio listeners in the dark. So even though you probably are in the dark because you're just listening on audio, so you don't really have anything to look at. But we are going to be doing a separate video
yes.
and podcast, I guess, where we just talk about
Visions,
and we just go over every episode, things we liked, things we didn't like, what our favorite ones were.
Yep.
You know, Jackson may or may not be wearing the bunny girl suit for that episode.
Lord help me.
So yeah, so I mean, as far as housekeeping goes,
I feel like that's comfortably
I think that's it. Yeah.
we're very excited to talk about Visions. We've been very excited about it from the
Let's
beginning.
go! Visions! Star Wars anime! Let's go!
The part that sucks the most is it comes out, and the day after it comes out, Jacob and I are leaving. So I feel like I'm going
You
to...
have to binge it all Wednesday.
That's the thing. I have
You
to
have
binge
to.
it all Wednesday. So I'm like, crap. Because here's the other thing as well. Unfortunately, I like to use social media in my free time, and if I don't watch all of it, it's going to be spoiled.
It's going to.
And I feel bad because that's why I like Disney Plus's format of we're going to release a weekly episode and whatever. But it's like, even still, like if the episode comes out at 4, there's going to be spoilers on TikTok, so I'll stay off of it until I watch the episode. But it's like, it was honestly, it's just a little bit frustrating just because I want to be able to really, really enjoy it. But to be completely honest, I'm not going to be that mad binging it because I'm going to like it because we've been hyped about it ever since the announcement of it. And when we got trailers and all sorts of other stuff. So we cannot be more happy.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it because anime is for weeaboos, and I'm not gonna watch it. I only like the original trilogy and the prequels.
I thought we weren't going to be doing that kind of thing.
I'm sorry. I can't help myself. When I just see people say the darndest things on the internet about Star Wars, I just want to be like, pull yourself together, man.
I'm also really excited for Visions, everybody. I can't wait for it to come out.
You need to stop doing that.
What do you mean? What's wrong with it? I thought it would be funny. I thought it'd be cute.
It's just like you do it, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, dude, he's just. Anyway,
At any rate.
So let's get into, because we're still in the Star Wars content famine of 2021 right now.
Which, that's all right.
That's all right because my wallet, I've been getting my bread up instead of having to spend many, many, many dollars
Facts.
on Star Wars pre-orders. But don't worry, because when that HasCon hits at the end of October, I'm going to tell them the thing I told you on the phone yesterday.
All right, you do that, and then I have something important to say about Target.
I need to get real close to the mic for this.
All right.
Mark my words, and hold me to this.
Mark his words.
If we go through HasCon, and there is no mention of a Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch scale, Echo, or Omega from the Bad Batch, I will be selling my entire Black Series collection and moving entirely to Sideshow Hot Toys. Okay? Hold me to that, audience. Hold me to that, because I'm so serious about it. I'm just like, you think I'm joking?
I do think you're joking, because I don't think you're going to
No, because listen, because Hot Toys already has Bad Batch Echo.
Yeah, they already do.
And they have Hunter, and they have
Echo
Crosshair all ready to go on the lineup. And Wrecker and Tech are on their way.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's Hot Toys, because they're actually going to make it.
Mm-hmm. Me, if Tommy sells his collection, I can cop really good figures I want.
You're going to be buying from a scalper. You buy from me.
Whoa.
Only Jackson be getting the scalper prices.
Man, you kind of mean for that.
I want you to stop being mean to me.
Stop being nice. You acted like you don't want to be on the podcast no more. Okay, but in other news, really quick, you'll see this episode by the time it comes out on Monday. But this upcoming Friday, Target is doing their Collector's Con for Star Wars. Star Wars is this week's theme. So at 8 o'clock, it's 7 or 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you should be able to look at what is going to be sold. And then at 9, it should be available because that's what it's done before. So biggest prediction, obviously, with that is that it's going to be the Muddy Mando Deluxe, because the last Collector's Con, it was the Deluxe Mando, because I feel like Target owns that figure, quote unquote, in a way, because they had it before. So I have a very strong feeling it'll be that. And then if you look at Yak Face's posts, they just found the Power of the Force Boba Fett is going to be a Target exclusive as well. We don't know when that's going to come out, but that's my strong prediction. But be on the lookout this Friday for Target. There will be Star Wars figures coming, because if I'm correct, that's not even a pre-order, it's a buy now.
It is indeed a buy now.
Yes, so that'll ship. And that's the other thing too, is that again, Yak can only tell us so much because he knows basically everything, but he can only tell us so much. So I have a very strong feeling that figure has reached the United States and it's been here for a while. And he's known it, but he just couldn't say anything about it.
Yeah. That man Yak, man, he's a prophet.
He is.
Prophet of the Black Series.
That is true.
So,
all right.
You ready to get into our weekly topic?
Facts, bro. Facts.
So, again, as we had mentioned, we are in the Star Wars content famine of 2021. We're being starved of content leading up to the Book of Boba Fett, other than Visions. Now, for this week's topic, we decided that we wanted to talk about Star Wars video games.
Yes.
Now, I don't want to bore everyone and go into the history of Star Wars video games.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do.
That's lame. That's stupid.
Also, I feel like I want to make this topic open because Star Wars video games have been different for everybody. Everybody grew up with different games and what they've played. So we really encourage you guys to comment down below.
And if you're a boomer like Justin from Out of the Basement, then apparently you like the original KOTOR.
Bro, why you gotta do that? For no reason. After everything, you're like, hey Justin, boomer joke.
We had a stream
nothing wrong with KOTOR.
We had a stream with Luke Monster a couple Fridays ago, and Luke Monster and Justin were going back and forth about the combat system in KOTOR, and so, but yeah, so let's get into it. Let's talk about some of our favorite Star Wars video games.
Mm-hmm. For sure, for sure.
Right off the bat, top of my list, when I think Star Wars video games, I think the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005.
Never got to play it.
I need to get like a sound button with that sound so that every time that...
It's probably one of mine. But no, I was just never able to play it. I didn't get any video game systems until the middle of elementary school, and it was a Wii.
Yeah, so in like 2005, I was in like kindergarten or first grade.
Yeah.
And so my father had a PlayStation 2. And he had the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, which you can get it for $5 on the Xbox store.
But there's no multiplayer servers. It's only the single player stuff is available.
But it's worth it. You should just experience it.
Just like the simulations.
Just like this. Okay. But yeah, so like that's the first Star Wars video game that I really spent a lot of time playing. Again, my dad didn't have live access for that game, so I just played instant action. I just played like PvE or like the single player campaign. And I would just spend hours and hours day after day just running up different planets, you know, the space battles, the land battles. Battlefront 2 is, I think, part of the reason that I really, really got into like clone troopers, because I just loved playing as the Republic. When I would play that. I would choose them. I would honestly, like most days, I would only choose maps that you could play as the Republic. I would not play anything original trilogy, but I did like the Bothan Spy, because that was a character for the Rebellion in that game. So I really liked the Bothan Spy, and I really liked the Dark Trooper too. But I don't know, that game is just, it. Like I bought it earlier this year, and I played through the campaign on my Xbox One, and I just enjoyed it so much. Like, it was That's so good. Nostalgic. You know, I played some Conquest. I played some, excuse me. I played some, like, campaign. I played some PvE. It was just so much fun. I enjoyed the game so much. It had such a good catalog of characters as far as, like, hero characters go. It had such a good, like, plethora of modes. For the time, it was such an expansive game, and it had so much content. I just honestly, like, it's one of the best Star Wars video games ever. And it's definitely in my top 3. Okay. If I had to pick a top 3 Star Wars games. And part of that is my nostalgia kick that I get from that game. Because, you know, story-wise and other stuff like that, no, it doesn't compare to more story-driven games like Force Unleashed or Fallen Order. Yeah. But it definitely deserves a spot in the top 3. Because in my opinion, it really, really revolutionized like shooter games. Because it was so big of a game. So, you know, Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005, or it might be 2007. I don't know why I keep saying 2005. I think that's because Revenge of the Sith. I still think...
Because you said that, I was like, the years don't add up.
Oh, no, it is 2005.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Because I was thinking 2005 is when Revenge of the Sith came out, too.
Got it.
But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so for myself, because I had to start with the Wii.
Water! I need water.
Sorry.
I had a ton of Star Wars games for the Wii. So the one that I really, like, when I think of the Wii, I think of Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars was the goated game I would always play with Jacob.
Complete saga.
Yep. Complete saga. And it's like, I just love, I mean, we ended up getting the biggest story that we have with that, though, is that we got 100% completion. Every brick, every character.
Really?
I
never was able to achieve that. No.
So we got 100% completion, and then a week later, Jacob deleted it on accident. And I'm not even kidding. We cried for hours because we spent so much time getting every canister. Well, we call them canisters. I don't know what
I called them canisters.
Okay.
I think they're called mini kits, but
they're called.
But I also called them canisters.
Okay, I always called them that. So I don't know. So we got all the canisters, all the red bricks, all the gold bricks, every character, everything, and we spent forever. Like, we would replay levels over and over and over and over just to get like the one canister we missed. Like in the Revenge of the Sith first mission, when you have to fly around and you have to like there's specific areas where you have to like go to get it, and if you miss it, you gotta restart the entire level.
Oh.
So we would do
that level. Oh my god,
It's
that
fun.
level. No!
What?
I hated that level.
I loved it, dude. It
It
was
sucked.
so much fun.
It sucked.
Whatever.
Because if you died, you'd have to start from the very beginning.
If you died, then you're an idiot, because that was literally one of the easiest levels in the game. You literally just had to hold down the trigger and just go. Wee.
Well, I also played with inverted flight controls because I thought
You're
it was
weird.
cool.
You're weird.
I thought
you're
it was
weird, buddy. You're weird.
I want you to stop being mean to me.
No, so we worked so hard to get that 100% completion, and then it got wiped, and we were so sad. Like, we've never done that kind of work on a video game ever. I've never gotten 100% completion in any video game except Lego Star Wars, and I'll forever say that. Jacob's had 100% completion in Jedi Fallen Order, I feel like, but like, I've just never had the patience.
Jacob got 100% completion in Fallen Order.
I'm pretty sure,
Holy
yeah.
Actually, I would believe it. I would
did.
believe it.
No, because I remember, because he went around and he found like everything, because he would spend hours roaming the planets to find like little items.
I think I did too, honestly.
Maybe, yeah. Because then he beat it on Grandmaster too.
No.
It's
I
easy
had a
once you
hard
get the
enough time on
controls.
Jedi Knight difficulty.
But yeah, that was so much fun. And that's like where my love for like a lot of the characters came about, because it's like I can remember very specifically I liked customizing the characters to have like a clone Jedi. I thought that was cool. But then like I would frickin' I loved to play as Boba Fett, and then I really liked playing Sully as the AT-AT driver, which useless character in the game because his only ability is a blaster.
Dude, there would be characters in that game that couldn't shoot or do anything, like Dexter Jetster,
Yep.
Taun We, Boss Nass. They didn't have a gun. They couldn't melee attack.
Yeah.
They just did nothing, but they were a character, and I would just walk around as that character.
I know, facts. And then that's where I transferred into Jango Fett, and then a lot of the clones too. And that's where Jacob got his obsession with clones and like Cody and stuff. So that really kind of like sparked it off for us from there. That was a goated game, I will say.
That is a goated game. You know what else is a goated game that a lot of people hate on?
What?
It's also from the Wii. Do you remember Star Wars: The Clone Wars Heroes of the Republic?
That was on my list.
Dude.
And I'm not even going to cap. That was a great game.
I loved that game, and
It's
loved...
over... Where are the Wii games? I think we put those away, actually. Pardon, never mind.
I honestly... That game is another game that really, really made me like the clones.
Yeah.
Because it had some original clones that you never saw anywhere else in Star Wars to this day.
Yep,
These
to this
clones
day.
are nowhere to be found. There was like an ARF trooper. There
Yep.
was one named Boomer, wasn't there?
Yeah, I forget the others' names because I saw TikToks. And like that was the crazy part too. TikTok was all like, oh my gosh, there was this Clone Wars video game that came out, and I guess I never heard of it. And it's like, yeah, it came out, and I feel like it kind of, I was a kid, so I don't really know any of the news or anything, but I feel like it flopped because not a lot of people played it. It's just like one of those games to like get for funsies here and there.
I'm trying to find a list of like some of
Okay.
those clones' names. But like,
But it was really fun. I remember playing that with Jacob specifically. That's the other thing too, is Jacob and I played just about all these games together.
it was a really good game for being a child. And I know a lot of people said they didn't like the game. I know that's that's a
kid's
very
game,
popular
though.
opinion.
That's the
It is a
thing.
children's game, but yeah, playing as the clone troopers in that
Yeah.
was just so much fun.
Yeah, playing as Rex, dude.
See, I would play as that ARF trooper. I don't know what his name was.
Yeah.
But I would play as that ARF trooper a lot of the times. I think he might have been Boomer, honestly.
Maybe.
But yeah, there were just such cool characters in that game.
Yeah.
And like the storylines were cool too. Like remember where like they're trying to escape that I think it's like a medical station.
Yeah.
And then the one clone sacrifices himself. Like the clone technician.
Mm-hmm.
That had me.
Nameless clone, bro. That was a really good one. It was a really fun game, though.
Yeah,
I feel
dude.
like another kind of like few games as well. Okay. I feel like we should talk about The Force Unleashed next.
Actually, that was the next one on my list.
All right. Did
Was
you
the
play it
Force-
on the Wii though? That's
I
my
played
question.
Force Unleashed on the Wii.
Because there was a difference if you didn't play it on the Wii versus if you played it on like the DS or like I think it was the PlayStation or Xbox.
It's just crazy to think that Star Wars games would just be on the DS. Like
Oh,
all
absolutely.
all of them would just, because I had Lego Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars,
Mhm.
on the DS, and it's a
That's
completely
a fun one.
it's a completely different game than like the big console version.
Really?
Yeah, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I played it on one of my buddy's DS because I only did a little bit of the Kashyyyk level, and it was so different than on the Wii.
Yeah.
But I felt like the experience was for the Wii because you could take the stick and you could fling it around and like hit people with your lightsaber, and like being in freaking like elementary school, whatever, and you're doing this, you feel like a boss, and then you use the nunchuck and you're like force push.
Force lightning.
That was literally so much fun.
You know, as much as I slander Starkiller on this podcast as of recently, again, I really liked that game.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so like, I remember like it being late at one night and my father was watching TV,
Mm-hmm.
and I like came downstairs and there was like a Force Unleashed trailer, and it's the one where Starkiller vaporizes all those stormtroopers, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Again, I still hold my point. I don't think that Starkiller should be put in the current Star Wars canon because they could
Yep.
never do his power level any justice.
Yep.
They would have to dumb him down so much. And granted, they dumbed down Thrawn a lot,
Yeah.
and it worked.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But they also made Thrawn a very interesting character. I feel
Mhm.
like with Starkiller, there's only so much you could do to make him different from the games without
Yeah.
just being a copy and paste.
Mhm.
Because his story in the games is super good.
Yeah.
Very well fleshed out.
And for me as well, I really like The Force Unleashed because that's what got me into Sam Witwer and then Darth Maul, and looking at all the other different voice actors and the choreographs for that too.
Stop making the face, bro.
Ah! Why do you keep doing that?
Because Jacob would have said. Jacob said that. Jacob said that.
That's Dylan, bro. That's Dylan.
He's Jacob for one show. But no, Force Unleashed really got Jacob into a whole lot of stuff with like Darth Maul and Sam Witwer and stuff. So I feel like if he were here, he would have definitely talked about that a little bit as well.
Let's talk about, in my opinion, the best Star Wars game
Oh,
to ever come out ever.
okay.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017
Okay.
is the best, and I will die on this hill. It is the best Star Wars video game to ever come out. I remember when the game came out, I was super hyped for it because I remember the trailer showing that there were going to be clone troopers and Darth Maul.
Yep.
Because I remember before the game, like before there were any trailers, before there were anything, there was just
Mhm.
an announcement of the title.
Yep.
I was like, my dad and I were talking about it, and I said, Dad, like, I just think the game is going to be like only sequel trilogy or like only original trilogy again.
Mhm.
I don't think they would do all three eras. And at this point in time, for Star Wars to do anything related to the prequels at all was very rare.
Mhm.
They would normally stay away from the prequels as much as they possibly could.
Yeah.
So I was saying to my dad, I was like, Dad, there's like, it'd be cool if they did like all three eras. I would love that, but it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then the trailer dropped, and I was like, oh my God, they're doing all three eras. They're doing all three eras. And like,
yeah.
when the game came out, it came out in November. I didn't get it till Christmas.
Same.
And by that point, that was when The Last Jedi season was coming out because they were still
Yep.
doing the DLC seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, I just had so much fun with the game.
Absolutely.
And then it like died because of the flopped launch.
It did, because yeah, the microtransactions made everybody stop playing, which it was like, when I heard about it at first, it was like, oh, I mean, that kind of sucks that you could pay like so much money to get like a max level Vader right off the bat. But then I was like, I don't really care, because I played games like Overwatch and other stuff before where you can buy like loot and whatever.
Right.
Granted, Overwatch doesn't really have that ability to like max out a character when you buy a loot box and whatever. But in my opinion, that was honestly the least of my concerns. I really did not care about that, because then at the same time, it's like, bro, you really wasted hundreds of dollars just so you could feel good at a video game. It's like, that's kind
Right,
of
and then
useless.
buying the stuff doesn't automatically mean you're gonna be better.
Oh, exactly.
Because if you're a good player, you're gonna. I know this is like a controversial opinion to have about video games.
Yeah.
But like, if you're a good player, it doesn't matter what you have. You're gonna play good.
Oh, exactly. Because it's like when people try to find like, what's the best gun in this video game right now? Like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you can honestly beat whatever people consider to be the best gun in the game if you're just a good player and you know how to play.
Yeah,
For real.
exactly.
And I feel like that very much applies to Battlefront. Because you could have the max level Vader, but you could be garbage at it.
You
and
could
then like, you'll just
Poo-poo
die
doo-doo
instantly.
water at it.
Exactly. You know?
Like, I've seen people who are like level like 900 Darth Vader now.
Yeah.
In Battlefront 2, and they're trash.
Mhm.
I can beat them just as a regular trooper.
Yep.
You know? But that game, I played every day during that like drought between January and April of 2018.
Yeah.
When they were changing the progression system
Mhm.
and like taking the spine out of the game and putting in a new one.
Mhm.
Like, I played every single day. I did my daily challenges. I would grind that game every single day. And then I played through the summer. And I was again, every single day I would put time aside to play Battlefront 2 to get my daily challenges done.
Mhm.
And
I
then
never did that.
then they announced Grievous, Obi-Wan, and Geonosis and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And that was when Battlefront 2 started to pick up again. And I just remember, again, I've said it before, I have 94 days played on that game.
Yeah.
Which is over like 2,000 hours played on it.
Yeah.
And the memories that I have playing that game, I think are part of the reason that it's my number one Star Wars game.
Mhm.
I definitely am biased toward shooter games. I like point and shoot games a lot, and Battlefront 2 definitely fits that. I also like very action-packed, quick-paced games.
Mhm.
And again, Battlefront 2 really fits that.
Yeah.
But dude, oh my god, that game is, it's a masterpiece.
No, yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
The amount of stupid stuff we would do in it makes it really good.
We would literally, like me, Jackson, Jacob, and our friend Danny would spend hours upon hours either like sucking at heroes versus villains, or like we'd be playing the big modes like Supremacy, and like Jacob would be the team sniper, and like I would be the officer that was buffing everyone. You know what I mean? It was just
Playing for like 3 hours straight one time at Supremacy, though, that was insane.
oh my gosh, when Supremacy first came out,
Yeah.
and the games, we had a game that lasted almost 4 hours.
That, like, we would play that and be like, I'm done for the day.
I remember it was like 11 at night.
Yeah.
It was Christmas break or something,
Mhm.
and we were all just like, we got on at 7, and we're like, guys, the new mode is out, let's play on Geonosis, let's do it. And then it was like 4 hours later, like the SpongeBob cut, 4 hours later. And then we were all like, all right guys, I know we played one game, but I'm ready to get off.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it was, but it was so much fun.
Oh man, it was, and like all the characters that they added. And again, like I could sit here and complain about like, oh, they cut support for the game, and like
Mhm.
they didn't have anything to like replace it with or anything like that. And of course, I know COVID affected all that stuff too.
Yeah.
But it really truly is like, I only have good feelings toward that game.
Oh, exactly.
Only good feelings.
I feel like a nice transition too is that because when I had the Wii, we thought it was like the biggest brain moment when we discovered that you could put GameCube games on the Wii.
The biggest
So,
brain.
Yeah, so when we found that out, my dad helped my brother and I get Star Wars Rogue Squadron and then Bounty Hunter, which I've talked about Bounty Hunter a lot before because Jacob got that for me, I think. But that was Bounty Hunter's like one of my all-time favs. I never beat the game, so it's like I can't fully speak on it, and I'll admit it.
The dogs really like that game too.
I know they do.
They do. The dogs really like it.
So I got halfway through, and then I got to a level that it was too difficult for tiny-brained Jackson to figure out and beat. So I never really got past it. But I always enjoyed it just because it was Django running around and you would blast people with your blasters and all this other cool stuff. And then Rogue Squadron, I don't know if there's a story. I'm going to be
I
completely
never played
honest.
Rogue Squadron.
I can't really remember a whole lot about what the game was about because what Jacob and I would do is that we would go into a custom game. We would put on max bots and then we would like fight each other. So like we would be like dueling against each other with like, I can just remember we would do like Hoth, and there would be like TIE fighters and X-Wings like blacking out the sky. We had so many.
Oh my god.
And we would like we would shoot at each other, but then we would like kill like a bunch of other things. And we'd be like, yeah. It was so much fun. I mean, legit, it was a really good fighter game.
That reminds me of like the final level in the Battlefront 2 campaign where you have to fight
Yeah.
Hask.
Yeah,
That
I
is
know what
like
you mean. That's a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm not normally a fan of like flight simulator games.
Yeah.
Like Squadrons, I couldn't get into it. I know that there's a community for it, and I played the campaign. I tried the multiplayer. I can't get into it. It's normally not for me. But Battlefront 2's Starfighter Assault and like the Starfighter levels were awesome. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what it was about it. It was really good.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, what was it? Squadrons is the one that most recently came out. We've hit on it a little bit before. I feel like that is the one Star Wars video game I've played that I just didn't enjoy. But then it's good, in my opinion, if you like flying games and flight simulator stuff. Because a lot of it's you can choose to do in first person and stuff and all that. But then when it comes down to story, you're like locked into it. You get no say. You like literally can't even move half the time.
It's literally like
it's
you
people
can only look
talking
around
at you. You're like a blank character, and everybody's like, "Oh, like we know who you are," and they're talking at you. So it's like, really?
Oh, you're the pilot. You're the guy. Now we need you to do this bombing run.
I know. I don't know. It's just the one game I really couldn't get into.
Yeah, and again, good for the people that really like that game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's just not goated like Battlefront 2 2017
Nice.
is. Battlefront 2 2017 is everything that I would want in a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, so I guess to move on, one that I forgot from when I had the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 that we have is the Star Wars edition. So we had Star Wars on Connect. And that was a lot of fun. I'll admit it. People trash on it and say it's horrible.
What, that like Just Dance style?
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Han Solo. I'm Han Solo.
I'll admit it. Jacob and I could only ever get past level 2 in the Connect Adventures. And here's why, is that we would be playing, and we'd be like, slash to kill the battle droids, and be like, and then one of us would be like, boom, and like smack the other person's wrist like with our hands and whatever. And it would be, and then we would never play it again. I mean, it's like, maybe we could try it now, but because I'm so freaking long and lanky, and so is Jacob now because we've grown up, I feel like that would only make it worse and we would hit each other more. But we could never beat the game because of the arguments we would get into because we would accidentally hit each other, which is unfortunate, but I remember really liking playing.
You guys
it.
argue?
We would argue all the time.
No, I'm saying like you guys always argue. Like it's just a staple. Like I've known these guys for 4 years now, and like it's just always been a staple. Like if you have Jackson and Jacob together, they're going to bicker at some point.
Hey man, it is what it is.
But yeah, I kind of wanted to get into some other Star Wars games that I really, really enjoy.
Okay. I only have like 2 more on my list.
Yeah, there's like some Star Wars VR games and then some Star Wars mobile games.
Mm-hmm.
So like Star Wars VR games, I played. I don't know if anyone else got this like kit you would get.
Oh my gosh, is this the 13th Star Wars
No,
podcast?
this is Jacob.
That's
That's
Wait a
the
minute.
imposter.
What? Have I been replaced?
Yeah, this is you.
And you have a bucket hat?
Yeah, 100.
Were you calling me to tell me that you're coming home?
Yes, I need your car keys because you're parked in our way. Hi everybody, I'll be back shortly.
We're just finishing up.
What
talking
is
about
going
Star Wars video
on?
games. What's happening?
Ooh. That was a pleasant surprise. Now I know why the dogs were barking.
Yeah, I knew that was why they were barking because he called me and then they started barking. I was like, it's got to be them.
Well, at least we don't have to have you do that godforsaken Jacob impression anymore. No! Don't do it!
What do you mean, Tom? I'm your bestest friend. Why would you ever make fun of me like that?
All right, guys. Jacob's going to take my place. I'm going to be going to work, so I will see you all
Man.
in the next...
Chill with it. Chill.
Anyway, Star Wars VR games.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone else got this kit, but it was called Jedi Challenges, and it came with the Skywalker lightsaber.
I know what you mean.
And this little beacon that you put down. You put your phone in this little VR headset, and you like do like different like lightsaber duels. You can play Djarik. You can play different like you can command armies. Like there's one level like where it's like you command clone troopers on Naboo, and you like move them to different areas to fight different like waves of battle droids.
That's kind of cool.
It was super fun. I never actually finished it, but I got about halfway through all the challenges and everything, and it's a lot of fun. Like I really, and then they made a Kylo Ren version too. I got it on clearance at Walmart. That's the only reason I bought it. It was like originally $100. I got it for like $30.
That's nice.
So, but then there's also and I know I kind of like stalling so Jacob can talk about it. Vader Immortal.
Yeah.
Because I played Vader Immortal the first episode. I didn't play the other two.
I really like to play. I have an Oculus Quest, and I really like to play the Vader Immortal on it.
I keep trying to like be mad, but stop. Okay.
We'll wait for him to talk about it.
But yeah,
we'll talk about Jedi Fallen Order.
Jacob, we're
talking
talking
about Star Wars video games this week. Talk to us about Vader Immortal and your experience with Star Wars VR games.
Okay. If I were to recommend out of the squat down. If I were to recommend between Vader Immortal and the Galaxy's Edge one, Vader Immortal is way better just because the combat's a lot of fun. And I can go on for days about how the guns in the Galaxy's Edge ones suck.
Yeah.
Just because they have charge
Jacob.
They have charge handles like in the way of the sights, so you can't aim down sights, which is really, really annoying. And the combat's kind of mediocre, and the story's just kind of like it's a bit stale. So
is this one I'm not supposed to use?
No, that's
fine.
a good one.
It's good,
just janky.
But no, the VR. I'm excited for the new one because it seems like they've added more Jedi content into the newest edition of the Tales from Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, with that ugly stormtrooper officer.
Yeah, with the wings.
It just looks dumb.
It really does. What are you doing? Is that It is canon.
It's canon.
Yeah, all is canon, bro.
That's what he always poses like. But yeah,
I still gotta get it and I'll play it.
We already went on our massive rant about Battlefront 2 2017.
Yeah. The only game we really didn't hit was Jedi Fallen Order.
And that's another one that I think you would be able to talk about.
Yeah, because you beat it all the way, didn't you?
Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order I think is probably the best Star Wars game to date. Y'all can hate me for it. Like I think it's good. I think it's better than Battlefront 2 though. That's where
that's a hill I'm willing to die on.
I know. But I feel like that game has the replayability of it super super high. The difficulty is like really what makes the game because it's like the Dark Souls of Star Wars, and it's like really really fun. It's really it's not forgiving. It's so you can play it and then you can be like every victory feels like a victory rather than it's just I'm just killing grunts just to kill grunts. So I'm just grinding. Mm-hmm. Every battle feels like a battle, and the story's really good. The characters are really good. Favorite one. Bug-Eye Lady.
See her?
Yeah, she's the best.
When she gets yoded by Darth Vader off the platform.
No! No, Jedi Fallen Order is an amazing game. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited for the second one because that's like the only like known game that Star Wars
and the Mandalorian video game.
EA's doing that one too.
No, isn't that Bethesda?
That's Bethesda. I'm talking about
just EA. My bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and in other news, I got one weekly pickup. Not necessarily a pickup.
Oh, we ain't on that. We ain't on that yet.
Hey, bro,
just bring it over.
I'm just bringing it over.
My man coming in crashing the party.
Hey, bro, that's how we do. I finally finished the troop transport. So
are you serious, my brother?
I'm just
serious, my brother.
Y'all stink.
Anyway. So, long story short. We were actually last thing we were going to talk about was Star Wars mobile games.
I know that
you have some thoughts on Star Wars mobile games.
I'm sorry for all you audio listeners, but I have to do this.
No! What is he going to do?
Words cannot describe how mad I am about the situation with Lego Star Wars Battles. Now!
You know it comes out on Friday.
If you have Apple...
Yeah, and you pay $5 a month for Apple.
I got Google!
it If you pay $5 a month for Apple Arcade, you can play Lego Star Wars Battle.
Lego Star Wars Battles, if you don't know, is a game that's very, very, very similar to Clash Royale.
Royale!
In the way that it's a tower like defense game. But the difference is that you can build towers in your zone, the center zone, as well as your enemy zone, so you can progress your way up the field. It's a lot more fun, it feels a lot more strategic, and it has its own kind of twist to it. The game was never released in the US, but it was in Europe. And if you were an Android user, you could have got an APK for it and like been able to play it. I played it like while it was still overseas. It was super fun, and then they shut the servers down because Odyssey, which was a like sister company of the Telltale games, got sold. And then the people that bought it were like, we don't want anything to do with it. And then they realized how stupid they were for not wanting to have anything to do with a Star Wars game because money. So, and then they really just decided to really cash in on the money aspect of it by putting it behind 2 paywalls. You gotta buy an iPhone, and then you gotta buy Apple Arcade.
Me on the way to the Verizon store to buy an iPhone just for Star Wars.
Oh, mark my words. There will be one person that puts an APK of it back up. Actually, it might still work if I get an APK of it, because I could just re-download the one I had, and the servers are probably just gonna come back up.
You know, I'm really excited.
To see it through, my boy.
I'm really excited for Star Wars Hunters, which got a trailer this past week.
It had, the cinematic trailer as well as a gameplay trailer.
Very Overwatch-esque.
Yes.
In my opinion.
And I like that. I really liked Overwatch.
I'm so excited to have a mobile game for Star Wars that I can, like, hopefully get into again.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were so many that just fell off the face of the earth. Like, Star Wars Force Arena, which again was kind of like Clash Royale. You had the towers on either end, except it was like horizontal instead of vertical. And then you would play it like sideways on your phone.
Galaxy of Heroes.
That still exists.
Galaxy of Heroes is a game, but that's like very RPG, and it's also very, very, very... There's a paywall. You cannot get to the maximum level or maximum gear tiers without paying money.
Okay. I just remember there was a Star Wars game I used to play. What was the card one that we would play?
The top
Star Wars card.
Yeah, I would play the
thing.
heck out of that Topps Star Wars card game. And like, I achieved ascendancy when I acquired a it was like a platinum, it was a whatever. It was like it was a golden, I forget what it was like a 4-star Super Max or whatever Django Fett, because it was super shiny, and I traded someone for it because I had a gold card I traded. But it was kind of a lower level one that I didn't care about. But I was like, ascendant. That was the best.
That game was fun, but again, like, I can only be into a game like that for so long.
Oh yeah, I played it when I was in middle school, so I had all the attention span.
There was that. Remember Angry Birds Star Wars 1 and 2?
Yes.
Yep, I played those.
We have Angry Birds Star Wars for the Xbox 360.
So we can still play it.
But also, then there was Star Wars Commander, which was like Clash of Clans, but Star Wars. I played that when it came out. My dad and I played, because I remember I was the Rebels and he was the Empire.
There was, remember Tiny Death Star? Like the tiny, there's like the tiny tower type games where it was just like, you had levels and floors. It's like the vault builder thing for
Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, it's like Fallout Shelter, but it was like 8-bit, and it was all like in the Death Star.
Cool. I never remember that
game. It was like it was only around like in 2012, really, because they had the license for only a little bit and before they pulled it. Dang. So that was a really good game. It was a lot of fun.
Dang. Yeah, but I'm really excited to have a new mobile game to play.
I
really am.
Multiple.
When I really think about it, a lot of the mobile games are so nostalgic.
It's good that it's coming out on Switch and mobile, because I was actually like, when I first heard about Star Wars Hunters and I heard it was going to be on the Switch, I was like, gonna have to buy a Switch now. But
that's already
yesterday.
That's already my plan. I'm already gonna buy a Switch just because I love Breath of the Wild. I borrowed somebody's to play it.
You know,
I played that game in 4 days, and he had the Switch for like 2 years, and he still hasn't beat it.
You know, Jackson and I were at GameStop last night, and I looked at the shelf with the Switches. And it was like a Mario Kart bundle, and I went, I could really buy this right now. I could buy a Switch right now. And he was like, bro, are you serious? And I was actually contemplating it, and I just went...
It's an impulse.
I went, no, I don't have time to play it right now. So, like, I should buy it when I have time to play it.
Yeah, I totally feel that.
That's all good.
College is busy.
College be busy!
Yep.
So, yeah, Jacob, do you have any other favorite Star Wars games? I mean... Because you kind of came into this conversation very late. So.
Very
I
late.
had a ton already.
I'm
pretty sure.
Jedi Fallen Order is really good. Vader Immortal is super good just because it's not necessarily a game. It's really just a visual experience. That's what all those games are.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what Tales from Galaxy's Edge did wrong, is that they try to make it more of a game rather than a visual experience. And the game, it's just wonky. Like, you have a jetpack and you can only go... And that's it. You can't fly around. You're stationary with it.
It's tough though because still virtual reality gaming is still it's still like in its infancy.
But it really is. But it's like, it's ILM. Come on.
True.
Y'all made you made the pod racing scene in 1998. Released that Joan in
and
1999.
it still looks good.
And it looks phenomenal to this day. I know you can do better.
That is day.
But I'm pretty sure you guys probably touched on all the Lego Star Wars games.
Yeah.
We talked about them.
Mhm.
Yeah. We talked about how you deleted your save file.
I talked about that and how that was awful for us.
Yeah.
And I guess one video game I forgot was Republic Commando. So I got that on my old Xbox One when it was free with games with gold, and I only played a couple levels of it because it was like when I had a drought of work in college, so I'd play it on and off. But that's a ton of fun. It's literally just like a shooter game. It's so much fun to go through the story because it starts with the Battle of Geonosis and you get to go through all this stuff. It is a lot of fun. I would recommend it. When I switched over to my brand new Xbox, it didn't recognize that I had it, I guess. So I have to figure out if I can even get it still. So I'm a little bit upset about that, but
I'm upset.
50,000 on my head I can't accept.
I assume you guys already talked about what was it? I had a game in mind and I completely forgot it because you're singing interjection. Now we shall sit here until I remember.
You just want to move on to the pickup?
No, I must remember.
Let's move on.
Oh no! Did you guys mention Star Wars Bounty Hunter?
Yeah.
For the
Jackson
GameCube?
I did.
We're still stuck on a level.
I know, because I said Tiny Brain Jackson couldn't figure it out at the time. I had the Loath Cat talk about it.
Jackson was using. You'll see it when the podcast comes out because
You
it's
gotta
going to
watch it.
infuriate me just to talk about it. Anyways.
Jack, was he using it like a puppet and going?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, hey everybody, I'm Jacob. And it would make Tommy so mad.
I'm glad that my legacy is carried on through a Loath Cat.
Dude, it was cringe! It was so cringe! Anyway!
Good to know that we have cringe on the podcast. So glad I came back to that.
Welcome to the most cringe podcast. Anyways, I think that about wraps up our gaming topic.
I agree.
That was a very, very good discussion.
I agree.
I totally agree.
Jacob, that was some killer points.
I know.
Came in clutch. Let's get it. You already know.
Way to go,
guys.
champs.
Yeah.
You had some good points.
I know.
So, one more thing of Black Series news. Because we can't. Target. I'm upset! Because Target keeps canceling my pre-order for the carbonized Scout Trooper and Shore Trooper.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have those pre-orders, please watch your email because they cancel them about once a week. You can literally go right back on their app or their site or whatever and just pre-order them again because they're still available. But the prices keep changing.
Mm-hmm.
The Scout Trooper is now $26.49, but the Shore Trooper is $19.99. Don't make no sense, but it is what it is.
Sounds like a Target move.
And then real quick, there's a new Gaming Grades figure that's coming for the Black Series line. We have no idea who the character is or what game it's from. I hope it's not another Jedi Fallen Order figure because
it could be KOTOR. It could be that.
I think it's probably going to be KOTOR.
I'm kind of hoping for Jarod DePaul.
Oh my gosh, I saw that on Black Series Customs.
Yeah.
I saw the picture and their page always makes me almost poop my pants.
Yo.
I'm like, oh! And then I'm like,
Because they did Pipeline K9, was it?
That's probably what it's going to be.
The name was wrong.
I mean HK-47?
HK. I'm so sorry.
K9. I was like, is that...
Yeah, HK, sorry. So that'll be in HasCon. I feel like they'll say, like, that's going to be the
I think
new
it's
Gaming
going to
Grade.
be the next one.
Which, fair. KOTOR needs it.
It's cool that they're finally doing KOTOR figures.
Yeah.
But yeah, now let's get into our weekly pickups.
For sure,
I'm
for
going to
sure.
go first.
Yep.
Just because I only have one.
We'll
So
go
this
down the
is
line.
the latest arrival for the Star Wars Bounty Hunters collection of Funko Pops. This is the IG-88. This is the third one. So there was Boba Fett, then there was Bosk, and now there's IG-88. And then on pre-order, which is no longer available, there was Forlom and then Dengar.
Yeah.
The last two are going to be Zuckuss, and then I'm guessing Darth Vader.
Okay.
So I guess we'll see. But it's super cool because they have these backgrounds here, which are the bridge of the Imperial Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
And they all connect.
Mhm.
So it's super, super cool.
I love
Having just the three of them together, even on a shelf together, is awesome.
Mhm.
So I normally don't take my Funko Pops out of the box, but these I had to.
Mhm.
Like, it's just too cool to not.
Mhm.
I agree.
But yeah, I'm really
Nice.
happy with it, and that's my weekly pickup.
Y'all ready for another Lego review? So today on the
Let
show,
me do the zoom.
Alright,
Let me do some
Yeah, we're gonna need some zoom.
Zoom action.
I'm trying.
scoot down a little bit.
I'm
You
trying.
check out the beard. The beard coming in nice.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh god.
He's kicking stuff down. Okay, so this is the Imperial Troop Transport. It comes with 4 minifigures. It comes with 2 regular stormtroopers, as we have come accustomed to, but it does come with 1 exclusive. Actually 2 exclusive if you count in Grief Karga and his new look. It comes with the artillery trooper. I think he is absolutely solid. He's super pretty, super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. And then he comes like a little mortar.
That's nice.
So that's really cool. And then it's another Grief Karga, but no we get. So the whole set as a whole, it's like
Broke the rule.
my apologies for my language.
I'll just bleep it out in post.
I've been trying to, it was like that one guy that we had on the podcast that was just letting them rip. I was just like, I can't say it. It's the one day. I apologize. Anyway, so this is the set as a whole. It was like 400 something pieces. It's super dense. Only took like, I would say like 40 minutes to build. Has a bunch of hatches. Little bit of playability, not too much. I mean, like the turret moves in the
You could use
back.
it for rebels.
You could. The only it has like this little compartment over here with the custom box on it. Has Arabesh on the side and the Imperial logo.
It's kind of
You
cool.
can
Those
use that.
stickers.
No, it's a printed
Oh,
box.
sweet.
So that was really nice. And then it's like you use it just to hold all the extra studs because there's 2 stud shooters in the front and 2 on the back on this turret. Little posable turrets on the side. Yeah,
That's actually a cool set.
I like that.
it's a budget set and it comes with some really cool minifigs. So yeah,
Apparently, aside from Grief Karga.
but nobody gives a crap about Grief Karga.
I see him.
I see him. All right, let me
All right.
get this.
Now's my turn. I got nasty with it this week with some black suits.
You got nasty with
Bro, I got so many to show off today. Let me tell you. So, I didn't get to show off Luke Skywalker Death Star Escape when I originally got him, so I really want to do that now, just because it's a really cool figure. So I'll kind of show him off because at the same time, I went to GameStop with Tom a couple days ago, and I found another Force Unleashed trooper as well. It's the completely black one with like the blue highlights. I really like these figures. They're very solid. The only gripe I have is it's the old Stormtrooper body, so the posability on them isn't necessarily the greatest, and I'll admit it. Luke can only really grab his blaster. He can't really grab that comm well, because I've tried it, and he can't hold on to that dirty helmet that he's given. So, I mean, other than that, I really liked them. Those were the 2 displayed in my room that I had. The next 2 that I got that I was very excited about is I got Ezra and Ahsoka from Rebels. So now this completes my Rebels collection.
Yes!
So I was,
Scared the crap out of me.
I was very, very excited to get these 2 because now it's complete and I really, really love it because Rebels is just so awesome.
If you don't like Rebels, watch it.
Yeah, give it a try.
Give it a try.
And then
Stop knocking it just for the art style. And if you don't like the art style, read the manga. Just read the manga because anime is cool.
If any of you watch Out of the Basement, you probably saw his vlog where he went around to different stores in his area and he showed off how at his GameStop they had a huge shipment come in of Imperial Jump Troopers and Cal Kestuses. Our GameStop got the Imperial Jump Trooper shipment in, So I've been checking every single day, and last night it pinged that they finally had Cal Kestis. So I finally picked up the deluxe one for myself, and I'm very, very excited because I really, really like this figure. I like it. This is 100% a deluxe figure because it comes with so many accessories. This is what justifies that price point. And I really, really like it. I thought it was so cool. I haven't been able to... Oh, there goes BD.
BD!
I'll fix him later. But
Stim, BD!
I'm going to definitely bring it back to school and pose him a bit more and play around with him. But he's very, very cool. And they only had 2 left when we got there. So I was like, blessed up for that.
BD, space heroin.
And then some of the last ones that I have are good friend.
Bacta.
Bro!
Let me get a sniff of that. Bacta.
I'm out.
I feel like the episode name for this one's the cringiest episode of the
Fun fact, I actually did for a drug class that I took
I
last
thought you
year
were gonna
in
say,
school.
fun fact, I did heroin. I was
No,
like,
and we had to do like a term paper, and I did mine on drugs in Star Wars and like what their like real world equivalent would be. And Bacta actually has no addictive traits to it. It's just a healing.
Because it's healing, yeah.
Yeah, but no, like I know like spice is opium now, and like it's interesting. And death sticks
One of my death sticks cigarettes.
yeah, death sticks are like cocaine. I think the effects are
Alright, so for the last stuff, our good friend of the channel, Skywalker Hendrix, reached out.
Skywalker Hendrix.
Woo! We love you.
Hello.
But he was like, hey, kind of want to get rid of some sequel figures I don't really want anymore. Do you guys want them? So I picked them up because they were kind of some that I wanted for my collection. So I'll go through some really quick. We got Rey, which is very, very nice, actually.
Rey Skywalker.
You good, dude. Bro. So got Rey. All of these I just opened literally before we shot this, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to play around with them, but I really like them because most of these we have in the collection that's behind me right now. So then we have the First Order Snow Trooper.
He's a cool one.
Very, very cool. I like this a lot. I really like how he looks.
Spider-Man.
Then I got the Jet Trooper from the First Order. Isn't this the carbonized?
That's the carbonized.
That's
one,
what I
was
thought.
gonna say.
Because I took it out and I was looking, I was like, that's pretty dope. I kind of like that tan
He's
look.
shiny.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah, because
And
I have
then
both, and you can definitely tell the difference.
my absolute favorite from the batch is the Final Order Trooper. This looks very, very
I've never
cool.
heard anyone call it that, but that's like a correct.
It is,
thing
because
to
it
call
was
it.
called a Sith Trooper because they didn't want to spoil what it was. Because I was trying to look
Final Order Trooper.
Yeah, it's the Final Order. So I was very, very happy to get all of these. Thank you so much, Skywalker Hendrix, for reaching out to us. I really
He's a
love
beast.
the figures. I'm going to take the Final Order dude and Cal Kestis back to my room
Really
and kind of
good.
display them on my desk for the
67.
week. So I'm very excited to get that. Other than that, those are my weekly pickups, and that's honestly as good as it's going to get for a while until we get pre-orders come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with the pre-orders getting pushed back
Yeah.
because it lets me get my bread up.
Facts, bro, facts.
Did I speak on the leaks for next year's Lego sets yet?
No.
No, you can do that.
Okay. Let me just pull out my sources so that way I don't butcher the information. Cool. So, oh crap, this literally just leaked 3 hours ago. There will be a Luke Skywalker lightsaber UCS set where it's a buildable lightsaber.
That's
That-
cool.
That leaked like 3 hours ago.
That's
So, I'm getting a Hoth battle pack. I think I did talk
We knew about
that.
the
The
Hoth
Hoth
battle
battle
pack. We're getting a Hoth ATST.
Ooh.
There will be
Yes.
a UCS set of $200, and it's Luke's land speeder.
I feel like that's
It-
the magnum opus
I
of
feel
all
like-
the land speeders that they've done.
They better not do another Luke's land speeder as long as I live.
It would be really funny if in the same year they released another regular Luke's land speeder.
They might, because what they just did is they released a UCS Batman tumbler and alongside it a playset tumbler.
So that we're getting a playset gunship. No.
No.
We're not.
No,
Too good to be true.
you think that we could actually get that? And then the other leaks are the helmet sets that we will be getting. We are getting, there's 3 options in production right now. We are getting most likely only 2 of them. There's the helmet for the Mandalorian. There's Luke Skywalker's helmet from like his piloting. And then there's the AT-AT pilot helmet.
I feel like we'll
I feel like we're getting
Get Mando
Mando.
and Luke.
And I'm thinking Mando and AT-AT pilot because they're both reuse. It's just the Boba Fett set with new colors,
Yeah.
and then the AT-AT Pilots the Stormtrooper set with different colors as well.
That is
So,
true.
That's probably what we're gonna get, and then they'll like probably do like the Luke Skywalker helmet for like a May the 4th set.
Maybe.
That's probably what's gonna happen. And then they're also doing for the first time in quite a while, they're doing a accessory pack for Star Wars as well as Marvel Lego sets.
Mhm.
So like a bunch of just like hair pieces, lightsabers, guns. And
That's
things
really
like that.
cool.
I
Yeah,
like
they
that idea.
They haven't done that in quite a long time, if I'm right. I can't necessarily remember the last
Those
time I
would be
saw
very
anything.
desirable.
I don't think they'll be super desirable. I think it's really gonna be like for people that have lost pieces and things like that.
Yeah,
So
that'll be really nice though.
so that's more Lego news for you.
So, I think that about
That
wraps
about
up.
wraps it up.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, this has been the most
Mediocre.
And cringiest
podcast
in the Star Wars universe.
I'm Jackson.
I'm Jacob.
that's actually Jacob,
Who would have known?
and I'm Tommy.
And we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.
Well, we'll see you next week.
We'll have an episode out. We just
It just will be from the
It won't
it'll
be,
be from the
be
past.
from the past.
I'll have long hair again.
and I'll have a beard.
No, you won't.
I won't have a beard. That's
That's what we said before. You won't have it.
I'm tired.
Bye.
Bye!